My name is Sam. Um, Today, I'm looking for at least subscribers, 100 subscribers. To subscribe today for me. Our target goal is to reach 1,000. Subscribers on this one. And today we're gonna talk about LLM large language model chatbot. Okay, that you can customize in your own chatbot to help you answer questions. Okay. So you're the user, type any question you have, and say, ask him any question for him to help you. Just you can just say hello, my name is Samuel. My name is okay. Let's use a different name, uh, John. Okay, and then you will just respond back. Hey, hello, John. It's nice to meet you. You know, my name is Gemini, and I'd love to meet you. Uh, then it's gonna ask you, Sam, I'm a large language model trained by Google. And I'm designated to understand and generate human language to answer any question you want to ask. We can customize it to make it more comparative to its own name. But for now, let's use that. Now let's ask him, a question. Okay, what is the capital of, Washington State? Just say, what's the capital of Washington State? And we just give it space in there. We just ask it, you ask that. It's Olympia. Okay. Yeah. It's Olympia. So in this case, that's Olympia, and we could go on and ask questions. Please subscribe to my channel. So I will encourage you to do more. Thanks. Now let's go ahead and start clicking to write the code for it. So let's maximize this one, and then put this one in one side somewhere closer. Oh, yeah, this way. And then say we want to install Streamlight. Okay, we want to install Streamlight. Google, just generative AI. We also want to install Python dot dot environment to help us, create dot ev. This to help us to actually navigate our this thing IP or our IP. No, sorry, the API. Then we get the API, from that side. So we have the Google, so it's called a Google Dots generative rather, you know, there's Streamline, Google generative AI, and then Python load. So these are our requirements, and we'll start saving it as a requirement. Yeah, requirements. .txt. In this case, the dependencies we send the dependencies so that in case we move it, we can use it to install over the places. Now, all right. So we have the dependency installed. So let's create an environment. Now we're gonna create an environment now. Uh, we're gonna name it as Python dash m v environment. Okay. Then we're gonna create it from that side. Yes, allow it to be created. Fine. Good. Now we have the so let's we have the files in there. Now let's install this in pip install dash r dash requirement. It's gonna install the dependencies for us. Install, not system. So install it. From there, it's gonna install the dependencies for us, and after installing, then we're done. So the next we're gonna do is to create the app. So we can just come up here, create a new file, say app, or we can give it a name, chatbot or app, anyone. So app.py, then we save it. So let's start importing the dependencies, the libraries and the dependencies. So we just have to go up and say import, okay, Streamlight. Okay, import first the OS. uh, Import Streamlight. Okay, as st. This will enable us to. Uh oh, asking you to as st. Okay, and then it ends there. Now let's import right Google dot generative. Remember we install it. Generative AI as Gemini. Okay. Yep. Then we have that. So from dot environment load import. Oh, yeah, import load. Now we have it here. So we have your environment set here dot ev, the API to set up in there to see your APIs, and you're gonna call your API from that place. So now go ahead and start coding to it. So we have the load, that's called dot environment set up, and then we'll just go ahead and configure our API. So Gemini, okay, dot configuration, dot config, okay, configure, dot configure API is equal to let's use case. So API that's called key is therefore equal to os.get API now. So I save my API, I say Google underscore API, and I'm going to call that. So in all capital letters, okay, underscore API keys. That's how I save my API. Okay. So you can also save yours, have your own, save, uh, but that's how I save it. So now I have to create a function. So let's create a function, create a function. create a function, to get a response, to generate response from, Gemini. Okay. Gemini. So generates response. Okay. Generate response. Now let's, oh, sorry. Okay. Let me use this for that. Generate response. Then inside that, I'm going to put in uh, questions. Okay. As a parameter, for the parameter for its questions. Now, let's actually, the next thing we're going to do is to define the models and then generate the kind of model here. So, model, okay, is equal to Gemini dot, generative model. So, generative model, okay. Then we define, um, Gemini, we're going to use Gemini Pro, okay, which is currently free version now, right? I think from next month you'll start paying for that. But now let's create this in the other model. So chat is equal to model dot question. Okay. No, the start, and that's called chat into brackets. Then we're gonna put in the history, is equal to empty list. Okay. So let's create a response for that. So response, okay, is equal to chat, okay, dot. We don't need extra of those ones. So questions. Now return to response. Response. Okay. So this is how we are creating the generative response. Okay, to make it easy for us. Now let's go ahead and go to the execution main execution. So we define the whole thing. And execute it. So now let's configure this in the page first. So we're gonna configure the page. So config. Okay. Let's make st.set page. Okay. Let's set the page up. Set page under config. Okay. Into brackets. Then we're gonna select the page title. And let's go this way. Okay. See, I'll go with that. Now, no, I'll change this side to balloon. Let's change to balloon, to speed balloon. Speech balloon. Then we'll have this. We're gonna have a little thing on that logo. So now we have this. So let's set a page title for it. Okay. the title. Then we just these are this one has chatbot. So we're gonna give it a name, a nice name. Let's give it a nice name. AI chatbot. Okay, AI chatbot. Yep, that works. So we separate it from that. Okay, we could just say powered by. Let's do this way. It's powered by Gemini. Now let's go ahead and just go ahead and create it. So user, you're gonna create a user input. Okay, let's user is equal to uh dot text. Okay, st dot text input. All right, so let's do text input. Into bracket, we'll just give it define as user. Okay, to make it more easy. Now let's define the button. So submit. Let's say submit. It's equal to not the button, but we'll just use a different lesson like ask questions. Okay, like what we have here. You know, ask questions. Okay. Now we have set up the whole graphical side already. So let's put to make sure it's working. Now we're gonna therefore define initialize the chat history, the chat itself, and the history. So we have say, okay, let's initialize the chat history first. So initialize chat history, so that we have. Okay, so let's go ahead on that. If chat history so if it's not in a session, then the session should have the history on that. So the session should have history stuff on that, and then let's go ahead. Initialize the submit button so it's able to execute. So if submit, no. Yeah. Submit and user. Now let's create a response. User. So no, no, st dot session. Okay, session start. Then chat history. Chat history. Okay. Dot append. Okay. Now we're going to append it to the user input. Okay. This goes to user. Okay. So we have that. We need to be able to, if we receive the input, we need to break down the response so that uh, the user could understand it. So let's go ahead and do that. dot subheader. You know, okay. So it says subheader. We get defined as what? Responses. You know, both responses. We just say both responses. Both responses. Okay. Something's both responses. Now let's create that to that. So for chunk, no. For chunk in response, tell me for yeah, set chunk to. Oh no. Okay. So we need to create this. Give it a name. So we're gonna use both. Okay. It's not. We just give it both. So both. Then. Uh-oh. Change this to small letters. Okay. Good. Um, so change this to small letters. Now let's dot subheader the chat history. Just write chat history. That. Now let's display the history. Okay. Displays. Okay. Let's call it again. Okay. So for row text in st session 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 state. Make it state. It's session state. So in this case, probably have to change everything back to state. Session state so that it actually responds. Wow. I'm gonna get the chat history. Okay. Now we write okay back to that. So let's save that file. File save. Let's run on this. Give me a like, subscribe, So now let's ask more questions. Okay. Uh step by step, step by step on how to summarize or step by step, to write a program, to write a reverse string. Okay. And we'll answer it for you. So it's gonna give you step by step on how to write a reverse string. Okay. So you have the different root files, you have different kind of, reverse strings you can use. This is a string, explain to you carefully, step by step. Okay. So this is what the chatbot can do. It's a very powerful thing. You can customize it to do it for your own self for a lot of projects, and it will save you more time. It will give you accuracy compared to uh, ChatGPT and the rest, which will give you a whole lot of this thing. But this will give you accuracy on that. Thank you very much. Subscribe to my channel and like my channel, and I'll give you more videos, tutorials are on the way coming. Thank you very much.